Hello, this is my weight loss results video for week 295 on my weight loss journey. I've been doing this for over 5 years now. I'm currently following the WW Green plan. I've had a week on plan. I have used all of my dailies, I've used all of my weeklies. I've been doing a bit of an experiment in using my weeklies over a couple of days instead of spread out. And I've drunk 2 litres of fluids a day. I've done yoga every day. I'm having to ease up a little bit on which yoga I do though. I haven't got a shoulder injury, I'm not going to say that. I think I've got a bit of arthritis in my shoulder. You would have thought after carrying so much weight, at my heaviest I was 31 stone 1 pound, it would be my knees that were a problem. I've got no problem with my knees, got no problems with my hips, but my shoulder the past 2 weeks, and it's not even when I'm doing it's when I'm doing normal stuff, so I can actually do the yoga bits that I'm choosing to do. Some of them I'm choosing not to, just in case I do hurt myself, but it seems to be like when I go and grab a door handle. It's really strange. Going with arthritis. I'm only 42. No, I'm not. I'm 41, but I'm going with arthritis. There's nothing else I can think. It's not nerve pain, it's literally joint. I can hear it clicking. Anyway, waffling again. This is my results video. Week on plan. Used all my dailies, all my weeklies. I decided to use my weeklies on Saturday and Sunday, so I stuck to 30 points on Thursday, I think 31 I think I had on Friday. One of the days I had one extra. Used quite a few on Saturday, used an awful lot more on Sunday, used them all apart from one. So Monday came round, weighed myself Monday morning. I am a daily weigher, I do it all the time, I like doing it, it actually keeps me in check. I know my fluctuations most of the time, but I know what my fluctuations are, so it doesn't affect me. I know some people can't do it because it affects them, and it is individual choice. Me personally, I weigh multiple times a day. I weigh when I go to the loo. I go for a pee and weigh myself. That's literally what I do all the time. It doesn't make any difference, just stand on the scales, go all right then, and walk off. Half the time I forget what it says. I'm just so used to doing it. So I weighed myself Monday morning, and I think I got 3/4 pound gain, which it was expected. I did use an awful lot of points on Sunday, so I expected a little bit of a gain on Monday. That was fine. Weighed in on Tuesday morning, and I nearly fell over. I'd gained 6 pounds. No idea why. Went to put my work trousers on, got the bloat. I am swollen. I am really swollen. It's hormonal. I know exactly what it is. It's nothing I've eaten. I've been through all of this. I've had years where I've had really huge gains. I've had blood tests. I've had all sorts. Literally hormonal. It doesn't happen every month. It just happens every few months. I'll have quite a big gain. Quite shocked because I really wasn't expecting it. My work trousers were really tight. Monday, bear in mind Monday, I work in healthcare. I go into care homes, so I will come home, I will take my clothes off, especially now because of COVID. I will take my clothes off and I will wash them, tumble dry them, and then I'll wear my trousers the next day because I'm lazy and can't bother to get anything else. And plus the fact I'm washing them quite a lot. I occasionally will wear scrubs, but my work trousers on Monday, I actually put long johns underneath them on Monday because it was cold. Tuesday, I struggled to do them up even without long johns on. That's how much of a bloat I had on Tuesday. So I have got quite a significant bloat. Tuesday, I didn't do the usual, oh no, it's terrible, I might as well have something to eat. I didn't do any of that, just carried on, cracked on Tuesday, used 30 points. Wednesday morning, I'd lost about a pound, so that was fine, and I thought it'll come off. It might not come off by today, but it will come off. So yesterday, Wednesday, was a horrendous day for me. Not because I did stick to plan. I don't know how I managed to stick to plan, but I was so hungry. I think it's linked to my hormonal thing. But I was so hungry, I actually felt like I was empty. Even after I'd had something to eat, I still felt like I hadn't eaten anything and was empty. I tried to fill up on as much protein as I could. I had tin fruit, stuff like that, just to try and fill me up as much as possible. I have no idea how I managed to stick to plan, but I did. Anyway, back to my weigh-in this morning. Weighed in last week at 12 stone 8.8. Weighed in this morning and I've gone back up on 13 stone 1. So I've gained 6.2 pounds out of absolutely nowhere. I haven't eaten enough food for me to gain that much weight. I just haven't. It's just not, even with using my weeklies, which I do all the time anyway. It is literally hormones. I do and ah about whether to do videos when I have a gain, because I see people online, I see people on social media that don't put when they have gains. It's pretty obvious when you sort of like, when you see the same people week in and week out, that they have had a gain, but they just don't say that they've had a gain. And I like to be as honest as I possibly can. And I've had a huge gain. I know I've had a huge gain, and other people are going to go through exactly the same as me. I know full well there are other people out there that are going to have big hormonal gains, especially as you're getting a little bit older. And I just want to say that you're not alone. You're really not alone. These things happen all the time. Like I said, it happens every sort of 3-4 months to me. I don't expect it most of the time. Mostly monthly, I'll gain like a pound or 2, if that. But I do tend to go through. Over the past few months, I've had quite a few, so they seem to be getting closer together. But I thought I've had a good run for a good few weeks now. Obviously, that run has come to an end. I still have not decided what I'm doing over Christmas, because I've had quite a big gain. I'm currently sat a pound over my goal weight, which is fine. You do have like a little bit of leeway, but the problem being that I do put a lot of weight on very quickly from having a day off as well. So I'm going to have a double whammy. I'm going to have the whammy that I've just had, plus if I don't lose this by next week, and it is hit and miss. Sometimes I'll lose it really quickly, and sometimes I'll lose it really slowly. It'll take me 3 or 4 weeks sometimes to get it off. So it's all dependent on what my weigh-in is next Thursday, which is Christmas Eve. Then I will decide whether I'm having Christmas off or not. I have got loads of treats in, but most of them can keep. Most of them are like crisps and chocolate, and I can have a day off and later on when it's not the fact that I feel like I can't have the day off. If I'm that much over my goal, or I don't feel comfortable, I don't enjoy a day off. So there's no point in my head having a day off if I'm not going to enjoy it. If I'm just eating for the sake of it, then I'm not going to enjoy that. I'd rather stick to plan and feel quite smug with myself, to be perfectly honest, and rather than have a day off. And I don't feel guilty, but I would feel like, well, what's the point in me doing this? There's no point in me eating that. I'm not going to enjoy it. Whereas if I have a day off that I've planned and that I'm going to enjoy, and that I'm at a comfortable weight and I don't feel uncomfortable, I'm going to enjoy it much more, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. It does in my head, but then weird things make sense in my head all the time. So I've gained 6.2 pounds. I'm not overly impressed, but it'll come off. Sure, it'll come off. Might take a couple of weeks, but it'll be off. So if you're going through the same thing, you are definitely not alone. There are other people out there that do have massive gains for absolutely no reason at all. But I know coaches that don't understand these massive gains. I only know personally that I've been to get weighed at. I only know one coach that I stood on the scales and had a massive gain, and she looked at me and I went, it's hormonal. And she went, Sarah, I have a separate set of clothes for when I'm bloated. That's what, and it was like, oh great, somebody that actually understands, because not everybody understands that you can put an awful lot of weight on from a bloat. And it's not through any fault of your own. It's nothing that you've done. It is literally hormones, and it will sort itself out. Anyway, I am waffling again. Have a lovely week. Have a lovely Christmas if you don't tune in next week. Hope everybody's safe and well. See you later. Goodbye.